Yes, now bless now. Don't forget to rest now. There's ROCKSTEADY at King of the Pit TV signing in. We're listening to Freaky Styley by the Red Hot Chili Peppers. This is track number 10. Alright, it's only 36 seconds long. It's entitled Loving and Touching, so we're going to also run this into track 11 entitled Catholic Schoolgirls Rule. Let's go.
Loving and touching and laughing and squeezing and walking and joking and smiling and teasing and hugging and kissing and rubbing and scrumping and styling and slumming and going and coming. I'll hold you a lifetime, I love you forever. I'll make you my wife and I'll never forget you. I'll give you my smile on the face of your child. I will give you my love, I will give you my life. Loving and touching and loving and touching and loving and touching.
Some higher register bass guitar there. Let's keep it moving. Catholic Schoolgirls Rule. I mean, what have I got to comment on there? Decent harmonies, yeah.
In a world where academic deadlines meet the...
In a world where I've just bypassed the song I was supposed to listen to. It sounds like I've heard that before. What is that? I've heard that before. There we go. If you're a big Black Flag fan, the beginning sounds like the beginning to Thirsty and Miserable. Yeah, that's what I was thinking of. Crazy how open he is about it, about his paedophilia. Knowing the meaning of the song makes this easily one of the worst songs of all time. It's a pretty disgusting song. Absolutely makes me wonder about Anthony. He admitted that it's autobiographical. There is no wondering to be made about his character. Jeez Louise, what's going on here? What's wrong with the lyrics, asked Matthew. It's not the lyrics, it's the meaning of the song. When he was in middle school, he had sex with a girl in the middle of the school day at his Catholic school, quote, Catholic Schoolgirls Rule. Actually, he was 23 when dating a 4th. No way. It was wrote about a blonde girl who Anthony got with on tour, asked her to keep him company while he had a shower, and they had sex only after meeting her 5 minutes, but she followed him to the next gig. Then turns out she was the daughter of a police chief and she was 14. I mean, that's something that you don't just... You know, that's not an accident, is it? You know what a 14-year-old's like. You don't have to engage in communication with a 14-year-old for long to understand, right? People need to read the book Scar Tissue by Anthony Kiedis and Larry Sloman because it explains the true story of this song. Some people are quick to judge. It's understandable that he had sex with a minor, but the story's actually pretty interesting and not that effed up. 2 responses. The fact he carried on after finding out her age and who her father was is still pretty effed. This is crazy. This is crazy. Yo, I know I'm here to react to the music, people, but this is mad. Right, well, there's the gossip of the day, people. I can't adore a band where the vocalists are being proud of doing such things. Let's have a look at the lyrical content, because in all honesty, I'm sort of feeling the same way right about now. You know, what I mean, I can't really jam out the way I used to. I'm all right with people doing a bit tongue in cheek and, gassing on about things. But if he literally sort of went out of his way knowingly to, do that, that's crazy. The lyrical content doesn't necessarily tell a story of such. Discovering the meaning to this song is genuine. This is crazy. This is a real reaction now, people. You know what I mean? Discovering the meaning to this song is genuinely something that's ruined my view of the Chillies. I used to idolize these guys, and now I'm sort of struggling to justify listening to them. I saw them live in Manchester 2022 and had the greatest time of my life. Now I look back and almost feel regret knowing the things Anthony has done. I know much of that's in his past, and Anthony himself didn't exactly have the best upbringing and the influence that'll have had on him. But I still can't fully excuse it to myself and still feel disappointed. You guys used to be my idols, and now I can't listen to them the same. Truly one of my favourite bands too. I own several shirts, albums, and even wall art. I don't know, man. It's gonna take me a while to love the band again. 20 replies, which we will get into. But I've felt that before. I was a major big fan growing up of the Lost Prophets. To this day, I'd still be able to sing most of the catalogue word by word, and I think the writing and the craft was absolutely fantastic. But it's just shrouded in filth when there's inappropriate behavior to such an extent by the leading factor of the band. It's just crazy. First comment is I can't express how much I appreciate your comment. I had the same reaction a few years ago when the Chillies received an award, and in their acceptance speech, Anthony thanked Satan for the prize. Fucking hell. I was so disappointed to say the least. I threw away all the CDs I had and refused to listen to their music anymore. A fan since '85, I'm finding it difficult to reconcile. Part of me wants to take it with a pinch of salt, but after watching the documentary called They Sold Their Souls for Rock and Roll, one gets the feeling of the Pied Piper leading the lambs to the slaughter. And I know some may say, oh, well, it's King of the Pit TV, and, you listen to metal and death metal and so forth. As far as, like, referencing Satan and so forth, I do think that there are very evil forces that guide or try to guide society a um, in a negative way, in a negative fashion and manner, and you see it manifest just through the negatives of society and the influence that is sort of forced upon you through particular, agendas of such, and I take it serious. I think it goes above and beyond shock rock value. I think if somebody genuinely has committed, devilish action in the past and then starts nonchalantly referencing Satan and so forth, I think it's to be taken seriously, to be honest. That and, I've known people who have been interested in the occult for years and have taken particular pathways which make it also real to me, so that stuff does exist. I just recently started to get into the band, but I soon became aware of what they did in the past, particularly Anthony. Although Fleet and the others weren't angels either, I understand the past had completely different standards, and many stuff we now see as bad back in the day they were completely ignored. I mean, he's got an open mind, this guy. Still, I don't feel the confidence to openly say I'm a Red Hot Chili Peppers fan, so I keep them to myself, which is a shame. I was disgusted by Jimmy Page, but when I found out about Anthony, I was beyond disgusted. So Jimmy Page had a girlfriend who was... I don't think Jimmy Page was the only one who was associated with that girl. I don't want to call her a group because she was underage, so I feel like it's sexualizing a child, to be honest with you. But this one particular girl was, quite popular with band members back in the time. I think Jimmy Page started dating her when she was like 14 years old, and that's dirty, man. Jimmy Page got me into playing guitar. I don't know much about them in the modern days, but I think Anthony is still with women way younger than him. And yes, they are adults, but you can't say it's slightly sus. Lol. The thanking certain part was probably for a reaction, but yeah, I would have thrown him out anyway. Anthony's a creep whose music needs to be deleted. Straight to the point. So, once again, to re-clarify, the dude had sex with a 14-year-old girl being 23 before and after finding the girl's age out. Here we go. Here's the pedo sympathizer, Montag the Magician. The number of rock musicians who've had sexual relationships with teenagers ranges in the hundreds. Bowie, Elvis, Iggy, Jerry Lee Lewis, Steven Tyler. You ban all of them and you ain't going to have that much to listen to. Non-sympathizer. This guy may be a nonce himself. Well, the issue there is I don't want to ban any of them. It's possible to separate the art from the artist, but it's important to remember the kind of person the artist is. Fair shout. Fair shout. Jesus, this guy's going out of his way. Struggling to justify listening to them and keeping it to yourself is pretty close to a ban. The issue is, will someone think I condone this behaviour and behave just like my idols if I listen to their music? And that's just giving other people too much power over you. I can't stand Ted Nugent as a person, but I still love the Amboy Dukes. Michael Jackson still has millions of fans too. I am sure they are not all sick perverts, like you say. Art from the artist. Either you like the music or you don't. There's really nothing else to it. We're listening to a song called Catholic Schoolgirls Rule. in regards to what's gone on, I believe. This guy's talking about Hitler and his art now. I'm sorry, people. We're supposed to be listening to the music, but this is the reaction. This is the genuine reaction. I had never come across this before in my life. This is one of the more entertaining comment sections I've ever run into. This guy says everyone has skeletons in their closet. Being famous just opens the door. This guy's probably a pedo as well, to be honest. Alex Fernandez, separate the art from the artist. I know this is hard for some people, but it can. It's the Who thing, you know what I mean? All of the Who fans, in defense of whomever it was in the Who literally purchased child porn on the internet in order to see what it was about, so we could write a book on it. You know what I mean? It's just bizarre. It's bizarre. These people are just human beings, and if he wasn't fronting the band you liked and he was just on your street and he was known to be interested in having sex with 14-year-old girls, would you like him on there around the children and around your kids and so forth? Probably not, right? Does sound like Black Flag. Right, let's keep it moving. We've got sex rap coming up next. I mean, this listen through's taking a turn for the worse, to be honest with you. Track number 12 is coming up. Hold on.